Hey, welcome back, everyone. I put on two different things: the Gaze of Odin to display enemy health once I've hit them, and the crisscross combination breaking resource tiles creates a small burst to tiles around it. So now we will return to everybody's favorite segment that they've ever seen in their entire fucking lives. Patrick's Netflix Binge and Purge.
Oh, I thought it was you trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah, and it's all Patrick's Netflix Binge and Purge while Patrick tries to figure out where the fuck to go. So this is one where I didn't finish it, so...
That's neat.
Yeah, that'll tell you. I think I have all of the ranting I need on this one, though. So, Steve, would you mind reading me the title of this one?
The world's most extraordinary homes.
So, Steven, the very first question you're going to have to ask yourself is, say it with me now on 3. 1, 2, 3. Does this have a lot of annoying bullshit in it? What did you say?
Can I afford it?
Okay, well, the answer to your question is no.
I figured.
You absolutely cannot afford it. But the answer to my question is yes. It's full of a whole bunch of annoying, stupid bullshit, and I don't really like anyone in this series.
Alright, so first thing is build house out or airplane parts. I'm assuming you meant of.
Okay, built a house out of airplane parts. So I'm going to basically be going through all of these different houses and just explaining why each and every one of them is stupid. All right.
Okay. What's wrong with the house?
So the first one, this house is made out of a Boeing 747 airplane wing.
What's wrong with that?
It's stupid, first off, and in order to tell you why it's stupid, Steve, I need you to read a few more down for me.
Okay, it's a grave. Boeing 747 grave robber.
Yeah.
Naturally ventilated due to plane aerodynamics.
Yeah, so they do get a little bit into some interesting like science and architecture behind it, which I thought was a little cool. So because, plane wings are naturally aerodynamic, the airflow around the house involves it to being like, hey, now you have a lot of like airspace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a little interesting. And then we started having an interview with the lady who commissioned the house, and
feminine plane wings.
Yes, so the reason this woman wanted to make a house out of a Boeing 747 airplane wing was because she thought the curves of a Boeing 747 wing were feminine looking, and she wanted a feminine house.
Sorry, just had a stroke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I noticed your eye starting to droop there. I was wondering if I had to call someone real quick.
Had to close 5 freeways.
Seriously, I'm not bullshit. It's like, yeah. So it turns out, they went and they literally bought a decommissioned 747, which wasn't expensive enough for this woman, apparently.
I just want to confirm this before we get any further. This is all real, correct?
This is all completely 100%.
Just had to make sure of that part.
Yes.
Because you have water from over there.
I mean, like, I still. How do I not have enough? But,
all right.
But yes, this woman said like, oh yes, so like you wouldn't think a Boeing 747 was feminine, but then once you see the curves on just the wing, you start to realize how beautiful and feminine it is. And then they showed it to me. I'm like, nah, lady, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, so they had to shut down 5 goddamn freeways. They had to get freaking, what are they, like, a chopper to actually airlift the fucking, like, wing up into the mountaintops. This literally cost this woman, like, the multi-millions of dollars in order to realize this very stupid household, and I hate her for it. But I suppose on the bright side, she did say it was all worth it in the end, so good for her, I suppose.
Next is Arizona Old West.
All right, yeah, Wild Wild West, Jim West Desperado. Hey everyone, there's another reference to my favorite song of all time. But anyways, yeah, so now we go from
you have to go somewhere.
Yeah, I no. I'm trying to remember where I was before. I started building around somewhere, and then I got too much shit and left. Can we make a quick cut?
I guess.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry, Steve. All right. Hello, everyone.
Desperado West House.
Okay, yeah. So then we went from the top of a mountain Boeing 747 wing to the Wild West, in which the house just looked like a whole bunch of like like old ancient Mayan houses. It looked.
Kind of.
Yeah, it looked like just made out of a bunch of really shitty material, but apparently that was for like the thermodynamics of it. It also like managed to keep the house cool in the hot nights and stuff. And this is where the host really first started showing off his prickness and how I really wouldn't appreciate him. So there are 2 hosts of this show. There was a woman and a man. And the man is apparently some sort of award-winning architect I couldn't give a shit about. And yeah, he showed like how appreciative he was of everything non-conformist, which was just the worst, most annoying thing I've ever heard in my life. He was like, it's so beautiful that this house is made out of such primitive material because you would never expect it. That's like the only reason he liked it, is because you wouldn't expect something to be made like that.
So scorpions and rattlesnakes?
Yeah, so you have to take a car out and you have to make sure before you go in that the scorpions and rattlesnakes haven't gotten into your house, because this house was built in the middle of the fucking desert.
So this is an extraordinary house.
Yes, it's an extraordinary house, I guess because of the danger that you might die at any moment because a poisonous scorpion might show up and kill you.
Can you elaborate on this? I hate ordinary doors.
Yeah, so the door opens in a strange way, like, I don't know, like, the hinge isn't exactly on the edge of it. The hinge is just, like, sorry, oh no, please let me sneeze. Sorry, the sneeze is gone and now I'm sad. But anyway, fuck, god damn it. But anyways, yeah, so the hinge is just barely not on the edge, so it doesn't quite open up like a normal door would, and the host was all about that shit. I can't understand it. The only reason he had for liking it was because he hates ordinary doors. It was one of the many quotes I will be complaining about this man as we continue on this binge and purge.
Wife is a psycho killer.
Oh, yeah, so the woman was talking about, like, so the two women were interviewing and the two men were interviewing. And when the two women were interviewing, they asked, like, at any point, do you feel like you kind of regretted making this decision to make this house? And she was like, oh yeah, I considered killing my husband. It was just such, like, nonchalant, such matter-of-factly. I was like, is this woman being serious?
Yeah?
I'm getting a little bit freaked out from that. Hey, achievement unlocked, by the way.
You probably made enough money.
And she was just like, oh yeah, so I would probably kill my husband, and then she went into, like, painstaking detail about how she would do it, with just, like, an extremely blank expression on her face, which made you think she wasn't joking about it at all.
My sister has that talent, too.
Oh my god, it's horrifying.
Yeah, New Zealand. That's it.
Yeah, so the third house, rather, I got nothing to complain about, but one of the things I learned that was, like, it takes a lot of work to get an okay to build something in New Zealand, apparently, because they are naturally very protective of their, like, you know, beautiful forests and that. So yeah, they managed to get an okay. It kind of looked like a bomb bunker, I'd say. It was built, like, in the side of a mountain, and yeah, it looked like okay. Like, when you open up the door, it was just like, yeah, there's a decent looking house, and it's overlooking this extremely beautiful New Zealand like mountain range.
Why can't we just have no ordinary houses?
Because then it wouldn't be an extraordinary house, Steven. This is not the world's most ordinary houses now, is it? God damn it!
I don't know what ordinary means anymore.
I don't know, but that's all I have to say about house number 3. Moving on to house.
I'm assuming that's your favorite.
Yes, because it was the one I spent the least amount of time getting mad about.
Alright, Swiss Alps.
Now this, on the other hand, might have been the most bullshit fucking one.
I saw the next point.
Yeah, Steven, please read the next point for me.
Cable car needed.
You literally need a fucking cable car to get to this goddamn house, and it infuriates me. If you want to go home, your daily commute to work includes a 30-minute cable car ride. It's fucking stupid, and that's not the worst part. Keep reading.
House looks unfinished.
It's like, you walk into the fucking house, and there you could see the plywood used to make the goddamn house. It's dumb, and it's like, oh my god. And the hosts were still, like, trying to compliment it. It's like, I really don't know why it works. And it's like, hey, lady, maybe if you don't know why it works, the answer to that is, it doesn't fucking work.
They said it was clever.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, oh, God. Honestly, I can't even remember what the point of this was. Like, oh, yeah. So they said it was clever because it cut down on costs. Yeah, you know what else would cut down on costs, you fucking assholes? Not even building the goddamn house in the first fucking place. I hate this fucking Swiss Alp house and everything it stands for. And the fact that, like, the owners of the house were just like, yeah, everyone wants to stay here. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Everyone wants to stay at your really shitty, unfinished house? Like, you can see the screws in the wall and on the floor. Like, you could very easily get splinters just walking through this goddamn place.
What's wrong with that? That builds character.
What do you mean builds character?
I mean, if you never get hurt, how are you gonna, like, improve as a human? House or forest homes
Okay, so yeah, that was the end of the first episode. Thank God we got away from
What the fuck?
What?
I thought it was like 3 episodes.
No. So there are only 4 episodes of this whole series, and I only made it through 2.
Okay.
I got the basic idea. I think they front-loaded the series a lot because episode 2 didn't really annoy me as much as episode 1 did, and I really didn't feel like watching more. I just kind of hit my breaking point of this. So yeah, the theme of episode 2 is houses made in the forest. So start for
Looks like a prison. He says specific one.
Yeah, so they start to approach this one house. I forget where this house is located, but they start to approach it. It's like, oh wow, this house looks like a prison. Like, especially it looks like, this one prison in Sussex. And like, she specifically names what type of prison that it looks like, and that very much concerned me. And that made me look at the lady host in an entirely different light. I was like, lady, why are you able to name a specific prison that this fucking house looks like? You're very much disturbing me right now.
Piss yellow inside.
Oh my god. Yeah, this house just looks goddamn disgusting. You go inside and it looks relatively normal on the outside. Then when you like walk in, your senses are just assaulted by the horrific yellow that just kills your eyes as you walk inside of it. It looks goddamn terrible, and they're saying like, yeah, it looks very great. I love how they used like these colors to use it. I'm like, what are you people on? What do I not get about art? Is what I want to know from this fucking
There's no
series.
such thing as art. Also, Pat, have you tried damaging them with your grappling hook recently? To see if it does damage.
Like other enemies, like maybe my upgrade made it. Because, yeah, before it just knocked them back. But yeah, I'll try that next time.
Girl is into nature. He's into architecture.
Oh yeah, so the woman is talking about how. Oh yeah, so they're in a kitchen at this point, and they're discussing how they would differently like change how the kitchen looks. And he's like, "Oh no, this is beautiful. I'd love it. I just have it staring at the walls, so I can appreciate just how beautiful the architecture looks." She's like, "I'd have it looking out over like a light or something like that, like the."
The forest?
Yeah, the forest, because that's just makes sense so you can appreciate the view of the forest. Like, no. Then you don't get to appreciate how beautiful this area looks as just a structure in and of itself. Because the point of a structure is to make it so you barely even notice that it's there. And stuff like that. It's like you need to be respectful of the nature that you build around it. It's like, okay, I mean, like, I guess I could understand that. No.
Let's just move on to the Teen Titans building.
The next building is a straight up. It's a capital T or a lowercase t rather. So it's not exactly the Teen Titans building.
Is it Trump Tower?
The Trump Tower is not in the shape of a giant T, Steven.
I feel like Trump isn't a smart businessman. Green building, colored stairs.
Yeah, so again, we have this thing where the building actually does a very nice job of blending in with the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoy that because you could barely even tell that the building was there. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's really cool. I like that in that building. And, okay, now I gotta use the thing here. And then once you open up the door, you get the same piss yellow interior that the other building had. And I was just like, son of a bitch, why?
I like these answers. So could Hagrid just randomly find this place?
Yes, I believe it is possible for them to stumble across it, I would say.
Okay.
I believe so, unless it's extremely off the beaten path, but I wouldn't think so.
Okay. Just curious, because I'm not watching it.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean, like, if, like, I've managed to fill up almost this entire episode with only these 2 episodes, so I suppose if demand ever gets high enough, I'll go back and watch the other 2.
Dirt and wood month's floor.
Oh, yeah, so they walk in, and it's like, this place truly feels like a house, and I really appreciate that. And the reason for that is because there are shoes and mud on the floor. like a house would have. That is their reason for saying, like, yeah, it really gives off that homey vibe. It's like that's just because they forgot to tidy up before you got here. The homeowners themselves are just probably like kicking themselves like, shit, we probably should have cleaned up the dirt and mud before the people actually got to the fucking house.
I guess it's time for our final one.
Yep, pretty much perfect timing, I'd say.
Factory house with no doors.
So this was the final fucking straw for me. I think they actually like brought it up in the last episode, but here is where I was really just like, I fucking hate you, host. There is no end for the deep bowels of my hatred for this man. They walk in and this place literally looks like a factory. I'm looking in like, this place is so shitty. Like, what good are they possibly gonna say about this fucking place? And they say the whole house looks like one cohesive place. And he says like it's a very strange choice not having like any doors or anything like that, and just having it be one giant room. It almost destroys like any sort of privacy you would have. And his actual response was, yes, but rooms are so 19th century. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, you fucking idiot? Rooms are 19th century.
Pat, I don't want to have a bathroom anymore. I want to have an R room.
Yeah.
I'm going to shit in the corner.
Yeah, it'll be called the wee room.
Did they talk about the bathroom at all?
I don't believe so. However, in some of the houses, there were actually, like, secret passageways. I was like, alright, that's kind of funny. I enjoy that. Oh, shit. Oh, that's Topaz. Okay, so I gotta get rid of something for that, and we gotta end this episode sometime soon.
New Zealand has strict building codes. You want that sweet house under trees?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is another cool one. We returned to New Zealand for this one, and we learned a bit more about people saying, like, yeah, dude, New Zealand is a really tough place to get building codes up to standards for. And why can't I teleport? You must stand on solid ground and be away from enemies. Oh, okay, I'm too close to these, like, enemies over here. One sec, I'll just beat the shit.
Yeah, go for it. Alright,
yeah, this house, all they were able to do for this house was remove 4 trees in the woods. Besides that, they perfectly built the house around the trees.
Alright, that's neat.
And yeah, it was actually a pretty sweet concept. And yeah, this is the house with like all of the secret passageways in it. The lady accidentally falls through one of them, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm about to die, I feel." Yeah, which I thought was pretty funny, and they were talking.
Well, was it on purpose?
Wait, what? No, I have the teleport ready. Yeah, there we go. Okay,
yeah, but did she like go into the secret passage on purpose or by accident?
It was by accident.
Oh, okay.
She tripped, and she tried to like stop herself by holding onto the wall, but the wall ended up being a secret passage. So she fell right through it. And then yeah, basically what I was getting from that is New Zealand is a really fucking cool place and a nice place to set up a scenic house if you can pass the building.
Yeah, but
codes.
It's not real.
Yeah, exactly. Because r/maps without New Zealand taught me that.
It's just like how Mordor's not a thing.
Alright, everyone, so that is the basics of the most gorgeous and
the world's most extraordinary homes.
Yeah, I made it halfway through the series before getting too pissed off at Mr. Doors are so 19th century and
rooms.
Yeah, but no, like he hates doors. Mr. I hate doors, and rooms are such a 19th century concept.
Does he hate walls?
I mean, no, because that's how you're supposed to have an architecture thing without walls. But he did hate the idea of having a master bedroom, which I don't fucking know.
Having sex in privacy is so 19th century.
Yeah.
You want to have sex in front of the kids so they can see that they're going to have kids soon.
Dude, this guy totally like bangs his wife and makes his kids watch.
Do you think he has like anyone that?
I don't think anyone can stand him actually. All right, after all that, if this episode does well enough and if there enough people want me to, I'll go back and watch the other 2 episodes, and I'm sure I'll have enough to like rant and complain about on that as well. But for now, we're going to leave the world's most extraordinary homes in the past behind us.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.